All right, now let's talk about the Cleveland Browns for just a minute. The Browns are a team that has all of the pieces. They're looking really good. They have the quarterback that they want for the future. They have a defense that is very good, but there's maybe just one or two key pieces that they're away from having this elite Super Bowl contending level team. And they go out this past week and they trade for a guy who I think is going to make them an elite contender on both sides of the football and going to put them over the top in this playoff season.
Miles, I agree with you 100%. I think the Browns made an absolutely massive move here. But before we get into that report, Cleveland Browns fans, question for you guys to answer in the comment section below. The NFL has released its schedule for all 32 teams, including the Browns. Let us know what matchup, what game you're looking forward to the Cleveland Browns playing more than any other. Let us know which matchup you're really excited to see them play in the comment section below. And stay tuned to the end of the video to hear a word from our partner in today's video, and that is Neuro. They've got a great product that gives you fast and easy energy. You and I both like their gums, Miles. They got a great product, gives us the energy and edge to get through the show. So stay tuned to the end of today's video to learn more about Neuro and their great products and to get access to our special discount code. All right, Miles, what you got? What's the big move out of Cleveland?
Yeah, Nick, so we look at the Browns defense. Then I'll give you a hint about what we're going to talk about. The moves on the defensive side of the ball. Everyone probably already knows this. And you look at the pass rush. The Browns are looking really, really solid there already. You know, you've got a legendary player like Myles Garrett. I'll say it. He's probably, if he keeps this up, is going to be a Hall of Fame type guy. Graded out insane last year, 92.5, first of all edge rushers in the NFL per PFF. So that guy is good. But how do you make someone that's good even better? Well, you go out and find another elite, probably top 10, top 15 level pass rusher in a guy like Zadarius Smith, former Minnesota Viking and Green Bay Packer, former divisional rival Baltimore Ravens. Zadarius Smith is an insane player. I don't think it is fair that the Browns pick up a guy like this. Their defense is going to be absolutely lethal. And I'm going to go over the trade details right now, which I think is even more important, Nick. So we look at the trade. Per Ian Rappaport, Vikings are trading three-time Pro Bowl pass rusher Zadarius Smith to the Browns. He reworked his contract. His reworked contract guarantees him $11.75 million in 2023, and he'll be a free agent next March. But the Browns trade for Zadarius Smith. They get Zadarius Smith. They're also getting a 6th and a 7th round pick back for him while only having to give up 2 5th round picks. So they're getting draft capital back after giving up draft capital and relatively, all of them in the later rounds of the draft as well. I think this was a really, really smart move by the Browns, a really good trade. What do you think about Zadarius Smith? What do you think about the trade as a whole, Nick?
So just starting with the trade, this was just absolutely awesome by the Cleveland Browns. Because every time you look at a trade, you always look at value. What are you giving up and what are you getting in return? And forget the fact they got a couple other, a 6th and a 7th, I believe, on the back end of the deal for the Browns. I'm just going to forget that. That's kind of icing on the cake. They traded 2 5th round picks essentially for Zadarius Smith. How many 5th round picks would it take to get a guy of Zadarius Smith's quality, right? 4, 5, 6, 7. So just in that alone, they're getting a lot of value for a guy like Smith. And look, like you alluded to, Miles, this is a Cleveland Browns team that is ready to contend today. This isn't like a team doing a whole full-scale rebuild where they're trying to collect picks, the exact opposite. So in terms of strategic planning for the team, in terms of value, they knocked it out of the park. Now let's look at the player. And a lot of people are like, well, he's on the other side of 30. Is he potentially not going to be as good as we look forward to 2023? That's not the case. Last season on a Minnesota Vikings defense that did not have a lot of stars, Smith was one of the few guys on the team that actually played well, didn't have much help around him. He still had 10 sacks, very productive pass rusher. And if you look at his PFF grade, he graded out overall as an 82.2. His pass rush, which I'm going to focus on here, graded out as an 84.7. For those of you who aren't familiar with PFF, anything in the 70s, 70 and up, like 70 to 79, that's considered good, solid, quality player. 80 to 88, 80 to 87 is considered Pro Bowl, All-Pro kind of player. And in the high 80s, early 90s, that's Hall of Fame level stuff. That's why Garrett's at that level, right? That's what Aaron Donald is. You have a guy here in Zadarius Smith, smack dab in the middle of the mid 80s. That's a Pro Bowl, All-Pro quality player, and that's being matched up in a Minnesota Vikings defense that didn't give him much help when he's playing with the Browns. Obviously, Garrett's going to get a lot of attention. Zadarius Smith's going to get a lot of favorable matchups. So I look for him to be a game breaker. I love the fact that the Browns pulled the trigger on this guy. I think he could be potentially the final piece in a deep playoff push for this Cleveland franchise.
Yeah, Nick, and I think you hit the nail on the head. They're ready on the offensive side of the ball. They've got the guys that they want to get. as far as their quarterback of Deshaun Watson. They've got some great receivers, Donovan People-Jones, DJ Moore, or not DJ Moore, excuse me, Elijah Moore, Amari Cooper. They've got a lot of great weapons all over both sides of the ball. Nick Chubb, one of the best running backs in the NFL. Now you just need someone to help you bolster your pass rush. And that is what they do, because in the NFL, all you need, lockdown corners, elite level pass rush. Now they have that in spades. I think they're going to be very scary coming into this season. I don't think anyone is going to want to line up on the other side of these two guys.
All right, Miles, we would like to give a special thanks to our partner in today's video, Neuro.
That's right, Nick. And I want you to go with me on a journey really fast. I want you to imagine this. It's 4th and goal in the big game, Nick. Your team is relying on you to make the big-time game-winning play. I know you've been in this situation before, Nick. The stadium is roaring. The clock is ticking. The game is on the line. But if only in that moment you were able to have some Neuro Gum. Neuro Gum will help you stay concentrated, and it gives you a burst of energy without a nasty crash.
That's right, Miles. Neuro has thoughtfully curated ingredients and does endless lab testing, which means that you can reach the right state of mind safely and consistently. That's the most important part. It gives you a clean burst of energy and focus without the jitters of coffee or any of those other energy drinks.
That's right, Nick. And if you click our sponsor link in the description below, you can enjoy energy, calm, and focus whenever you need it.